Hi, this is Corey Ivy, and you're watching Class Act Sports.
Here with Class Act Sports, and we're joined by defensive back, NFL player, Corey Ivy. Corey, thanks a lot for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Corey, you were a former Super Bowl champ with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Talk about what it was like for you winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's a lifelong dream to win the Super Bowl. Not everybody gets the chance to win the Super Bowl, nonetheless play in the Super Bowl. So I really feel grateful that I had the opportunity to get out there and under the big lights and center stage, millions and millions of people are watching, and we came out victorious, which was another good thing. But definitely grateful to be a Super Bowl champion among the elite class.
Yeah, absolutely. After you won the Super Bowl with the Bucs, you hung around there for a little while, and then you wound up bouncing around the league, and you found your way over to the Baltimore Ravens. What was the transition like for you, or what was the biggest difference playing for Tampa Bay as far as playing for Baltimore?
I mean, schematically wise, it was definitely a different kind of system. In Tampa, we were more of a 4-3 team, and when I got to Baltimore, we were a 3-4 team, blitzing from all different kind of angles. So that took some getting used to, but it was a good transition. I mean, transition really went smoothly, moving up from Tampa to Baltimore. We won a lot of good games up there, won a division championship, and played in the AFC championship. So we was very successful up there, and I was just grateful that I got the opportunity to play for a great coach up there.
Yeah, as well as learning from one of the best safeties in the game, Ed Reed. Talk about that. What was that like for you?
I mean, not only Ed Reed, but you have Ray Lewis, you have guys like Trevor Price and Terrell Suggs, guys that played at a high level for a long period of time. So you take a little bit of knowledge from each and every one of them and try to apply it to your game. And it was just a great opportunity to be surrounded by those type of guys.
Coming out of Oklahoma, a real prominent school, you were undrafted. I'm sure it was one of your dreams to play in the NFL. What was it like for you not being drafted, and what was the adjustment, or what was your next plan of attack to get to the NFL?
I mean, not being drafted, being overlooked pretty much all my life, so it really just drives me to prove a lot of people wrong, and I'm an inspiration to a lot of kids when I do talk to kids. Tell them that you don't have to be drafted, you don't have to be a top-notch player coming out of college or coming out of high school to fulfill your dreams, and just strive for your dreams and give it all you got, and don't let anybody tell you can't do anything.
That's great. Now, when you were at Oklahoma, what was some of the biggest things you took away from playing at such a big school like that?
Pretty much just a sense of responsibility, a sense of school pride, and go out there and play for each other, because you're all striving for the same goal, not only to go to the next level, but to hopefully get to a conference championship or hopefully a national championship. We fell short in a couple of those avenues, but I was able to build a bunch of great relationships and get a degree, for which was much needed. So I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to play at this prestigious university, and got lucky enough, got a couple of breaks, and had a successful NFL career so far.
Oh, absolutely. And talking about the grind and being and playing on the UFL and these other leagues to stay active in the game of football and work your way back into the NFL, just like you've done all your career. Talk about the hardship of playing in a league where you don't think it's necessarily going according to plan or the way it should be.
I mean, pretty much knowing week in and week out that you watch games on Sunday. I'm talking about any player who's not playing NFL right now, watching NFL games on Sunday, knowing that you could be out there and you should be out there on Sundays at 1 o'clock. That's just a motivating factor. No matter what league you're playing to, it's always a greater means to the end, trying to get back to the elite level of playing in the NFL again. So it was a stepping stone. The UFL is a good experience. I wouldn't say a great experience, but it's a stepping stone to try to get back where I feel that I should be.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Now, jumping back to the NFL, who are some of the hardest receivers, most difficult receivers to cover?
I mean, in the NFL, they're all good. It's not like college where you can face one good receiver maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. In the NFL, it's the best of the best. So you definitely have to bring your A game week in and week out, no matter who you go, because you can't be caught slipping in the NFL, or they'll find somebody who won't be getting caught slipping.
Now you won, aside from being a Super Bowl champ, you also won the Ed Block Courage Award, in which you came back from injury and you rebounded real nicely. Talk about what that was like for you in your career.
I mean, it was a humbling experience. It made me realize that football could be taken away from you at any given time. I was an Ed Block recipient, and it was like almost a tragic incident happened on the Monday Night Football. I had a lacerated kidney, and I had to do an emergency landing in Pittsburgh, of all places, being a Baltimore Raven at that time. So it was a good. I mean, it was a humbling experience. Like I said before, knowing that football could be taken away from you. Had a lacerated kidney, did my emergency landing like I reiterated before, and had to spend 3 days in ICU in Pittsburgh, and then on the road to recovery. I've overcome a lot of obstacles in my career, so I was just looking at that as another obstacle that I had to overcome, and made a healthy recovery and was able to contribute to a division-winning team that year.